Most of you know me, in case you don't, I'm the commander of this post, one of the finest posts in San Diego County. Appreciate you guys coming, especially for Taco Tuesday. I don't want to steal Mike's thunder, but your next meeting's on Veterans Day. We're still doing Taco Tuesday. It was an easy choice for me and my officers. Do we want to do a potluck and do a Taco Tuesday same time? We're just going to do the Taco Tuesday. So if you guys do your meeting, if you don't do your meeting, just support our Taco Tuesday, it'd be great. Looking forward to your holiday party coming up, Christmas party, whatever you want to call it. If you need help, I volunteer for a waiter, Mike, but I don't want to do dishes. I'm burnt out. This FSA stuff, I've been doing it for a long time. So, all right, again, thank you.
Thank you.
Probably another hour. I'm gonna have a drink.
Yeah, hey, Harry, need to write him, not him, but VFW posts 3747.
87, yeah.
3787.
$250.
87, what's the number? What's the number?
3787.
3787.
Yeah.
And for
All right, I'm gonna sneak out.
what?
Sneak out the
$250.
I'm good. I'm
Well,
good.
you're allowed to.
Yeah.
That's why.
All right.
250 for what?
Years usage.
Years dues for us to be here.
Yeah, it's, no, actually, no, it's for the Christmas party. Christmas party.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we
party.
get a donation at the beginning of the year of $250. Because they allow us to be here, then we officially rent the room for the Christmas party. All right. This meeting of the United States Submarine Veterans Incorporated San Diego base will come to order. Our creed, to perpetuate the memory of our shipmates who gave their lives in the performance of their duties while serving their country, that their dedication, deeds, and supreme sacrifice may be a constant source of motivation towards greater accomplishments, and to pledge loyalty and patriotism to the United States of America and its Constitution. Let's rise and please join Scott to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
And salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Two.
We have a stand-in chaplain who is going to lead us in prayer.
Eternal Father, we thank you for the heritage and liberty we enjoy as Americans, and for the privilege of having served in the submarine service. We ask your blessing for our shipmates who have made a supreme sacrifice in serving our nation, as we gather here this evening to honor and remember them. Bless our shipmates who have gone ahead on eternal patrol, and those of our group who are sick, troubled, and bereaved. And bless and protect our shipmates on active duty as they serve in the first line of defense of our nation. We humbly ask this in your name. Amen.
We have two members who went on eternal patrol. Bridget Hitchcock, beloved wife of Paul.
God bless you.
She departed on October 10th.
September 10th.
Oh, September 10th, sorry. It's October now. September 10th, right after our meeting. She and Paul were married for 47 years, and she will be missed. Also, we lost last month Charlie McBain, who is a longtime member of our base and the Navy Submarine League. He was a past commanding officer of the USS Seawolf. He departed on eternal patrol last month also. There will be a memorial service on November the 1st. I got that month right, which is a Saturday. And Jack is going to represent us at that ceremony. If you would like to go to it, please see Jack for details. The following boats were lost during the month of October. Bell ringer. Let's please strike a toll for the following boats. USS Seawolf, SS 197, lost on October the 3rd, 1944, with a loss of 83 men and 17 U.S. Army troops when she was sunk just north of Morotai by the USS Rowell, a destroyer escort. In this tragic error, Raoul mistook Seawolf for a Japanese submarine that had just sunk another destroyer. Seawolf ranks 7th for enemy ships sunk. USS S4. SS-155, lost on October the 7th, 1943, with a loss of 56 men when it was sunk off of Paramasir Kurils. S-44 was on her 5th war patrol after attacking a target thought to be a merchant on the surface. S-44 found herself in a losing gun battle with a heavily armed Japanese destroyer. 2 men were taken prisoner and survived the war. USS Wahoo. SS-238, lost on October the 11th, 1943, with the loss of 80 men near La Perouse Strait. Under command of one of the great submarine skippers of World War II, Lieutenant Commander Mush Morton, Wahoo was on her 7th war patrol. Wahoo had won a Presidential Unit citation and ranks 5th in the number of enemy ships sunk. She was lost to depth charges dropped by a Japanese patrol aircraft. USS Dorado. SS-248, lost on October the 12th, 1943, with a loss of 77 men when she was sunk in the western Atlantic near Cuba. Newly commissioned, she had departed New London and was en route to Panama. She may have been sunk by a U.S. patrol plane that received faulty instructions regarding bombing restriction areas or a German U-boat that was in the vicinity. USS Escalar. SS-294, lost on October the 17th, 1944, with a loss of 82 men. She was on her 1st war patrol and was most likely lost to a mine somewhere in the Yellow Sea. USS Darter. SS-227, lost on October the 24th, 1944, when she became grounded off Bombay Shoal off Palawan and was then destroyed to prevent her falling into enemy hands intact. The entire crew was rescued by the USS Dace. Winner of 1 Navy unit commendation, Darter had sunk a heavy cruiser and damaged another and went aground while attempting an end around on an enemy formation in hopes of getting in an attack on a battleship. USS Shark II. SS-314, lost on October the 24th, 1944, with a loss of 87 men when she was sunk near Hainan. The 2nd boat to carry this name during World War II, she was on her 3rd war patrol. Shark was sunk by escorts after attacking and sinking a lone freighter. Compounding the tragedy, it turned out that the freighter had 1,800 U.S. POWs on board. USS Tang. SS-306, lost on October the 24th, 1944, with a loss of 78 men in the Formosa Strait. Tank was on her 5th war patrol. Tang ranks 2nd in the number of ships sunk and 4th in tonnage and had won 2 Presidential Unit citations. During a daring night surface attack, Tang was lost in a circular run by one of her own torpedoes. 9 of the crew were taken prisoner, including Commander O'Kane and 5 who had gained the surface from her final resting place 180 feet below. All survived the war, and Commander O'Kane was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. USS 05. SS-66, lost on October the 29th, 1923, with the loss of 3 men when rammed and sunk by SS Albornoz off the Panama Canal. To those that went on eternal patrol and these ships, shipmates, rest your oar. Let's please observe a moment of silent prayer. Amen. Please be seated. Senior Vice, do we have any past officers, new members, or guests present this evening?
Yes, sir. Fred our past base commander. Jack's wife Judy over here. Ryan Schneider from the USS Helena, the back table.
Let's all be nice to him. We want him to join.
Yeah. You got the paperwork?
And Mike Morey from Squadron 11.
Well, he's a member.
Guest.
You're not good. You remember?
Yeah, he's a member, but
He's an old hand.
got a, he brought a guest.
He's got introduced, but he has a guest.
Yeah. Who is?
Welcome. Thanks, Secretary. How many members are present?
I didn't get her name.
166.
No. Well, I wish there was 166. So how many are here tonight?
66.
You have the, oh, you don't have the sheet. You need a sheet.
No more bills going for you, man.
Here's a cheat sheet.
A cheat sheet.
15.
15
Attendance.
members and 4 guests.
What's that?
15 members and 4 guests.
All right, 15 members and 4 guests. Mr. Secretary, may we have your report? I need more beer. Mr. Treasurer, may we have more?
Here.
May I have your report, Mr. Treasurer? There we go.
Say it like a man. At the present time, we're in balance, no items, no checks outstanding. Present balance is in checking account 1,998.55. Total, including savings, we have 21,787 to date. All checks have now cleared. Any questions? I passed out a quick summary for everybody. No questions, stand as read.
Thank you, Mr. Treasurer. All right, I'm gonna have to slow down. I'm trying to go fast, and there's a reason I'm trying to go fast.
Yeah, you started late.
Damn, man. Cut to the chase.
There's no love here. No love here. All right, so the minutes of the September meeting were sent via MailChimp, and copies are on the tables. There's only one correction that has been noted so far, and that's under the Navy birthday for the 52 boat memorials. It should say the 13th of October, yesterday. Thank you to Jack and Paul who showed up to help put out the flags. Yes, there was only 3 people.
Don't go there, Friday.
So that's the only correction that has been noted. Are there any other corrections, additions, or deletions or changes that anybody sees that should be made? Hearing no voices and seeing no hands, the minutes will stand as published with the one correction as noted. All right, chaplain report, Ed is not here, so Jim Pope is now going to be on the binnacle list. Oh, well, I was picking it up. I left it on the table. So Jim Pope, he is now at Calvet, the Veterans Home in Chula Vista, which is a skilled nursing facility. He's going to be there hopefully for a long time, but he's now going to be on the binnacle list. We have the information on how to contact Jim. Instead of reading out and people, if you want the information, it's going to be up here on this first table. I highly recommend everybody get it, call, and wish Jim well. Additionally, on the binnacle list is Mike Hyman. I also encourage people to call and speak to Mike. He's doing okay, but he can't drive at night, and gotta keep him in your prayers.
Does he still live in Point Loma?
He still lives in Point Lima, same place. Same place. And you can every once in a while catch him at I believe the Ralph's NTC area. So you can catch him there sometimes. All right. Parade committee. Jack.
Next parade, last parade for the year, 11 November, Veterans Day, and we float at 8:30, and a parade starts at 10, right?
10, that's what you wrote down.
10, yes. Well, that's what they said on their website. So, yeah, that'll be the last one for the year. In January, we'll vote on which ones we want to go to next year.
Chris, membership.
Since one of our members is deceased, we're down to 165.
165. Well, maybe we'll get it back up to 166.
Hurrah.
Hey, Mike, what day did Charlie McBain pass away?
10th of September, I believe.
Yeah, it was about the same time, yeah.
Thank you.
Nobody reads the newsletter.
Scholarship, Paul.
I have nothing. I'm gonna keep the scholarship going. I was gonna give it up, but since I need something to occupy some of my time, I'm gonna continue with I'm working on revamping it a little bit.
Hurrah.
Storekeeper.
And if you've seen people on the table, the calendars are here, $10 this year. So if you'd like one, see them at the break.
Additionally, Jim has turned over to us those, can you hold up one of them? We're gonna sell them for $20 a piece. One of them is on my truck.
Okay?
It is
I'm not a fan of
see-through.
white.
It is see-through from the inside.
Turn it over.
Hey, so big.
Very nice.
So they're
He did these he actually had these made up before we went to Tucson for the
Right.
convention.
He was at
And he
Tucson.
and he
selling
was
them.
selling them at the convention there.
Well, he's donated them to us. Now we can profit off of them.
Maybe, yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
All right, 52 Boat Memorial. The next All Flags is Veterans Day. So we're gonna deploy the flags at 7:30. Everybody come, show up, deploy the flags, and come help set up the float, do the parade. And then we're gonna retrieve them at 4 p.m., 1600. And that's because we're gonna have that time shift by then. It'll be getting dark earlier. So we're gonna retrieve them at 4 p.m. On the 29th of November, that is the Saturday after Thanksgiving, we're gonna have a working party at the 52 boat to clean up all of the memorials, because the next week on Pearl Harbor Day, that's Sunday, December 7th, we're gonna deploy all the flags again at 7:30 and retrieve them at 1600. Additionally, the Point Loma Association will be doing the wreath laying that day. So we'll deploy at 7:30. They'll have the wreath laying at probably 9 o'clock, and then we'll go from there. Yes, Paul.
The working party is what time?
Oh, there is no time. Yeah, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Sorry, 10 a.m. for the working party. The more people we have, the quicker it goes. Anything on the 52 Boat Memorial? All right, for the float, I signed the contract with MWR, so we're good there for another year. The float is actually still not in the spot she's supposed to be in, but she's spot next to it. Hope one of these days we'll get back in our spot. Neil is not here to report on the Boy Scouts, and at this time we're going to have a presentation by Ray on the USS Tangs. You wanna sit there, or
No, I'll come up.
okay? There's a clicker. You just point it.
Okay, the title on my presentation this evening is The Three Tangs. I was very fortunate to be assigned to Tang 563 at one time way back when. But basically, the reason we're doing this is mainly to honor USS 306. She was one of the best performing submarines in World War II. Yep,
And the other arrow. Click to the right.
there we go. The Tang fish,
Oh,
anywhere from about 8 inches to 12 inches, this fish. It's mainly Pacific. This is the specifics on her. Mainly a reef fish.
another one of those sturgeons. Or surgeons.
Yeah, they're all part of that family. A bunch of them. Okay, the first Tang was the Balo class submarine. Built in World War II. They built 120 boats of that class. The Tang is being remembered because she passed away on 24 October 1944. Awarded to Mare Island Naval Shipyard where she was constructed. December 1941, she's launched in 43. Her sponsor was a Captain Antonio U.S. Petrie, the Director of Research at Mare Island. She was commissioned on October 1943 by Commander Richard O'Kane. He remained her commanding officer till the ship was lost. Former XO of the Wahoo, delivered to the Navy on 30 November 1943. This is the silhouette of her. She had the 3-inch gun forward and anti-aircraft, usually Bofors or maybe a 50 caliber machine gun on the stern. This is under construction in Mare Island in 1943. 311 feet 10 inches in length, 27 foot 4 inches, displacement of 1,470 tons. Many of these boats served throughout the period from the World War II all the way into the late 70s. She had 4 Fairbanks Morse post piston engines, 23 miles per hour on the surface and 10 miles per hour submerged. Exploits are legendary. Commander Richard O'Kane, he made all the patrols that she made, 5 patrols before she was lost. The Tang rescued downed pilots, 2 American submarines to receive the Presidential Unit Commendation, citation twice, and the skipper earned the nation's highest award for valor, the Congressional Medal of Honor, for being her commissioner through commanding officer through all 5 war patrols. Patrolling the Formosa Straits, Tank had already sunk 7 enemy ships. And on 24 October 1944, she launched a nighttime surface attack, firing her 2 remaining torpedoes. Second torpedo malfunction. Did a circular run, hit in the after engine room. If you go on the web, there's just beaucoup information on this ship and what happened to her, and some drawings and schematics of the after engine room being hit with that torpedo. It's rather fascinating. You've never seen that kind of detail or that much information about it. 9 survivors remain. We had, I think, 6 or 7 came up from her on 180 feet on the bottom using method at the time. It was before they even come out with the stanky hoods. To get to the surface, only 1 survived in the prisoner of war camp. We had 8 people, I think, retired in the prisoner of war camp. She received 4 battle stars, 2 unit commendations, 31 and 33 enemy ships sunk overall. He was awarded for bravery aboard Tang, receiving the Medal of Honor. Post-analysis from World War II gave her 24 ships sunk and 93,824 tons of lost. Placed Tang numbers sunk behind Tautog 26 and 4th in tonnage after Flasher, Rasher, and Barb. Third War Patrol remains the most successful single patrol by any submarine in the conflict. 10 ships totaling 39,100 tons. The second Tang, SS 563. I had the pleasure of being the XO of this ship from 1972 to 74. So that's why I have a little interest in Tang 563. It's laid down by Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, launched in 1951. Richard H. O'Kane's wife was our commissioning sponsor. Ephraim P. Huey was the first commanding officer in 1961. It's used during the Cold War. There were 7 boats of the class built. That's just if you look for navalencyclopedia.com, you can get a slew of information and photos on the tank. This is the original configuration when she was departing Pearl Harbor. It's noted that it was quite a bit shorter than her later configuration after a couple of modifications, and she does not have the puffs gear, as well as the sail was modified significantly later on in some of the improvements. It's the patch for Tang 563. This is the launching of 563. This is the original boat before modernization. She had a problem which I'll describe in detail with the engines that they had in the commissioning. So they cut the engine room, extended it by 9 feet. And later on they cut the forward battery compartment, extended it by 13 feet. And what they did was they extended the battery. They put a prairie masker system in the lower level. For you, anybody here want to know about the prairie masker? Okay, this was a system developed in mid-70s, and she had a belt right below the forward battery, so that when that prairie masker was running, it had a stream of bubbles up both sides of the hull. She had a stream of bubbles up both sides of the engine room, as well as they had a connection and joined up with both the propellers, and she had a dispenser drilled in the trailing edge of the propellers to cut down the cavitation on the 5-bladed propellers she was built with at that time. She had 4 General Motors diesels. We'll go into that a little bit in detail here. It was a specialty designed by General Motors. They swore up and down it was the best, and it was an absolute disaster. And the hull was cut, and they actually replaced it later on.
Nope, you hit the wrong button. There you go.
Okay, the problem. A new lightweight compact engine called the Pancake. It had a series of radial pistons similar to what you see in World War II aircraft engines, and they mounted this on a common shaft with a generator in a vertical position. Show you what it looks like in a minute here. But this crankshaft in the vertical position was a nightmare to do the maintenance on the engines, and it was a higher RPM, and it didn't want to blow the mast for snorkeling, and it didn't want to run very good because of the higher RPM and the vibration. So they went through a big to-do, and it was replaced, or 4 of them. This is what the engine room looked like, and you can see the size of how short the engine room was with 4 of these engine generator positioned in the engine room. This is what the engine looks like. Intake air at the top. The second section is the cylinders. The third section down below was the generator. Constant maintenance problems were a nightmare for the crew. Anybody here want to run a generator below a diesel engine? And it's just like the old Jimmy V16s. It had a perpetuity of leaking the valve covers on the pistons. Drip and run down. and they were constantly having to flush and clean the generators. One of the most interesting things about the Tang class and the other guppies is they were designed after the German Type 21. The General Motors engine was a disaster, and this was a 700-foot boat until we had the cut of the engine rooms to install 3 Fairbanks Morse engines, and they reduced our test depth to 500 feet. It was rather interesting in that we still had to maintain sub-safe paperwork on both those sections, the after section and the forward section, and the rest of the ship was restricted to 500 feet.
You guys can't do it.
Go figure. Yeah.
This better be restricted to the surface.
Yeah. In 1956, the Navy decided to replace the 4 engines with 3 Fairbanks Morse 38D 8 and 8 closed piston engines. That thing was a snorkeling fool. Both the sections were in there when I was on board. She was very, very stable in the horizontal because of the extended length. Even though they didn't increase the size of the control planes, either the bow planes or the stern planes, but every place we went, if we were less than 10 knot SOA, we snorkeled. Anytime the weather came up, we snorkeled. And that was one of the nice things about it. Okay. Tang, Wahoo, Gudgeon, and Harder received the additional 15-foot section forward. The Pacific Fleet had these 4 boats, and they maintained them entirely different from what the Atlantic Fleet did. The Atlantic Fleet hung the Prairie Master in the overhead of the engine room. They put 10 pounds of manure in a 9-pound bag, if you want to talk about that. They had a real disaster. Guy was my XO on the Carbonero, became the CO of the Trout. He had some horror stories to tell about trying to maintain the Trout because everything was so compact. They put everything in there. But the section accommodated the passive underwater fire control, or the PUFS sonar suite. That thing was tremendous. You sit there in the periscope, and if you saw somebody coming over the horizon and they had dropped any noise or a noisy propeller, we had them for absolute range. Plug that into the torpedo data computer and fire it. And it was hitting. The 3 tall domes added topside are what the PUFS gear is. What you do is you turn yourself about 20 degrees off of the bearing of the target you're after, and the time of arrival differentiation between the 3 hydrophones gives you a passive range. You don't have to ping on anybody. You just turn the boat a little bit, make sure you're good and slow so you don't have any flow noise around those PUFS receiving devices, and boy, that thing was deadly. We had the ability to use the Mark 45 nuclear torpedo. We'll show the other units in a minute. Earned 4 battle stars for service in the Vietnam waters. I was on one of those patrols. Look. This is what she looks like after both FRAM jobs. They raised the height of the sail a little bit, moved the trailing edge back, and put a couple more antennas in us. And there are the 3 PUFS gear receiving hydrophones. In 1980, the oldest diesel-electric submarine in the Navy, except for the Dolphin, was decommissioned. She was sold to the Turks and served another 10 years in the Turkish Navy. The only diesel boat we had after that was the Dolphin, the R&D boat, which currently is at the Maritime Museum down on the waterfront. The Turkish Navy, the Pirates, and she served in the Turkish Navy until she was decommissioned in 2004. The boat is permanently in Izmir, Turkey, that's on the Mediterranean side, about 50 miles from the Straits of Bosphorus. Down the coast, it's a civilian museum. There's a destroyer on the left and the Tang on the right. In Turkey, they're in the museum, and they keep that thing in immaculate condition. One of the guys here about, it's been 6 or 8 years ago, had toured that, and he took a whole bunch of photos, and I have a CD at home which shows all of it. And they paint it and they maintain it as a museum piece. This is her with a sailor's topside. And then we step into the current one. USS Tang SSN 805. The keel was laid for her, and lady welded her initials in it on August 17th of 1923.
2023.
What? 2023, excuse me, you got me. Okay, she is the third Tang, and she is a Virginia Block 5. We have 12 Block 5 submarines under contract. Newport News Electric Boat have delivered 24 Virginia class and they're currently in the Navy count. Last one under contract is a replacement for the Jimmy Carter's, the Spook boat. So she'll be, instead of having the 4 missile tubes for what we'll show you in a minute, she's going to have all the stuff for doing missions of great importance to the U.S. She's following up on both Archie and the Jimmy Carter, who both become very highly decorated ships over their lifestyle. SN-23 replaces SSN 813 is the replacement boat. It's the last one under contract right now, though I think last week or the week before they just signed a new contract for 2 more for the Block 5s. Took place 17 August 2023 at Quonset Point facility of General Dynamics. That's in up the coast about 30 miles from New London, Connecticut. Sponsor is Mrs. Donnelly, wife of retired American submarine officer Vice Admiral John J. Donnelly. This is what she's going to look like, Block 5. You have the regular Virginia tubes forward now, the 2 large tubes, configured for tomahawks or harpoons. The bow is all the sonar dome, the bow planes down on the side of the hull, vice on the sail. The torpedo room is underneath where the green is under the sail in the lower level. Then we have the ops compartment, which all the berthing and other things, and this battery. 4 tubes. They're big enough to put 7 tomahawks in each tube. Or the tubes are reconfigurable, just handle SEAL teams, lock in, lock out. They're designing a couple of lift devices now that they can raise an autonomous vehicle up out of a vertical tube like that. That's what the 4 SSGNs that we have right now are configured for. And it's from there aft is a standard Virginia class engine room with the quart nozzle as a propulsor. It does not have a propeller. This is a little more what it's like. The SSGN in the blue is the current ships capable of firing the Tomahawk missiles in mass. I mean, they can, I think there's 60-some missiles now in that SSGN. There's going to be a drop while we get the next series of VPN, that's Virginia payload model, yeah. Get that online, and then we'll get almost back to the current usage and the current number of Tomahawk missiles that we have at sea on submarines. You can see the configuration is going to be a lot around those 4 tubes in the machinery, and I think one whole section of the mid-level there is going to be for berthing. This is what it looks like from top with 7 Tomahawks in each tube. She's a big one, 10,200 tons, 460 feet in length. That's as long as Jimmy Carter is. And the SSBNs now are a little over that in the 500 range.
560.
Yeah, I don't know what the new Columbia class is in length. She's 460 feet in length, 34-foot beam, draft 32 feet, S9G reactor, and an auxiliary diesel that starts up. I don't know if anybody's interested, but the Virginia class have a very interesting auxiliary diesel in them. It's not the big old rock crushers like we're used to. It's a truck V8 Cummins diesel that they have a tank in there that's mounted underneath of this V8 engine that is the auxiliary to restart up, or it can take you home at 4 knots. Interesting factor though is they have a tank in there that they keep heated with water, and that water is continually circulated through the V8 diesel engine. So when you have a problem, that guy punches a button in the control room in the engine room, he can start that diesel to full power within about 2 minutes. And right now it's about 25 knots is estimated. It remains to be seen when they get one at sea and see what it'll actually do. They advertise greater than 800 feet, 15 officers, 120 enlisted personnel. Yeah, she has 40 vertical launch tubes, counting the 2 tubes in the bow and the 4 tubes amidships. And she can also be loaded with the torpedo room, can be loaded with Tomahawks, or they can have Mark 48s or whatever else they decide to put in there. Tank will be the 32nd Virginia class submarine. This is all verbiage that says, hey, it's good, it's powerful, maneuverability in previous classes. I don't know, 460-foot ship, I don't know how it's going to keep up with some of our current maneuverability ships. But anyway, that's the way it goes. Commissioning date at this time is not known. Anybody got any questions?
Hey,
Over here.
very good, Ray. That was absolutely excellent.
Absolutely.
I served on Blackfin out in Pearl when Tang was there, and saw all that configuration that you were describing. And I'll be up to see the Jimmy Carter next week, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. But, also, Bill Leopold was the last survivor of first Tang, and he died about 3 years ago. He lived in Escondido, and knew him well, and we would always meet at the barber shop and get our hair cut together. And so it was always nice to be able to talk to him. And in that barber shop, there's pictures of Bill and the Tang and his awards. And of course, he went on to become, he was a first class bosun mate, and had bosun mates on those boats then. And then he went LDO and became a commander like you, and was in was commanding officers of rescue ships just like you, and the deep submergence program.
Yeah, I had a subspecialty as an intelligence officer, so I didn't get some of those other oddball tours. All my staff tours were in the intelligence business. Spent 3 years in London, England, as Commander-in-Chief Naval Forces Europe, and 3 years in Japan at Subfleet 7 as the intel officer. Okay, anybody else? Thank you much.
A couple other notes about the USS Tang, the first one. if you go to the World War II Museum in New Orleans, Louisiana, which is a fantastic museum, I highly recommend everybody go and partake in that museum. They do have an exhibit on the USS Tang. When it first opened, it was really cool, and they got rid of all the coolness, but you get to go in and see what it was like, sort of, having this end-around torpedo, and it's all right. If you go to the museum, it's free. Before you had to pay for it, so go in and see it. The other thing is there is, Dick O'Kane wrote the book Clear the Bridge, which is about the Tang war patrols. It's a good book, but a much better book is a book called Escape from the Deep by Alex Kershaw. I highly recommend everybody read that book. I talked about it last year, maybe it was the year before, but that book is about the survivors of the Tang. And so if you want to know what it's like to be on a disabled submarine under the water trying to escape, you read that book. It is very eye-opening. And yes, this Bill Leopold was interviewed for that book.
And the other book that I really like about The Bravest Man, and it's all about Dick O'Kane.
Yeah.
It's an excellent one, all about that submarine, and yeah, really excellent.
Hey, just since we keep talking about Dick O'Kane, you guys probably know that the O'Kane cribbage board obviously gets passed around from submarine to submarine. It's currently on the USS Scranton in San Diego, and I anticipate the oldest submarine. San Diego's kind of destined to be the last home port of all the 688s before they go get decommissioned. So I'm pretty confident the O'Kane cribbage board is going to be in San Diego for a long time. I had the opportunity to play one game on it. I won, and then I refused to play anymore.
He cheated.
All right. We are going to run a little bit late tonight. I apologize for that. We're going to take a 10-minute break, 50-50 raffle, get something to drink, and then we will come back. All right, time for the 50-50. We'll get the new member? Yeah, the new member to be over there. He gets to draw. It's all right for him to draw his own ticket.
Did you get your tickets in?
Yeah, I put my tickets in there. Oh, he's the one that's in the, he's in the bathroom. No, we gotta wait there.
Hang on now, don't yell at him.
We'll wait.
Yeah, don't scare
Ryan.
Ryan. Oh, there was a good guy, what was that?
Oh, there he is.
Out of the book.
All right.
They want you to draw.
Ryan,
So we can blame
you're the newest member.
Well, what if I draw my own number?
It's good.
That's all right.
It's not the first time.
It will not be the first time. Just reach in and pull out one up. Now I'll let you go back to you, see if the, all right, so it's 876-251. 876-251.
Hey, Paul.
All right.
How much Paul get?
You got a big.
I don't get anything.
All of it.
All of it. All of it.
I'm not taking any of it. Put it in the
So that goes to,
scholarship.
to your fund.
Scholarship.
My fund, scholarship.
All right, Paul's donating into the scholarship.
Hurrah.
Yay, thank you, Paul. Hey, did you draw another number?
Yeah, Paul, you draw a number. We got a couple of books.
Yeah, we have 3 books, Read and Return, Running Critical, that's a really, really good book. Taking of K-129, another really, really good book.
That's a really good.
Yeah, that's a really, really good. That is a very enjoyable read. 876-240.
Here.
The other one is Tip and the Kipper. 876-240. This one. Yeah.
Which one? Just any of them.
He gave me some bad tickets.
All right, 876-257.
257.
876-257.
I got it.
Right. Choose a book.
It's all in the two books. And you gave me all ones, Maybachs. Karma.
That's what happens.
Karma.
Yeah, but how many times have you won the 50-50?
876-171.
Ooh. Ooh.
One.
Oh, my last one.
There you go.
Hey,
I got 172 here.
Oh, I've seen
Throw
that.
that one in.
Read
I've
this?
read that, yeah.
All right.
That's okay.
But you're done. Hey.
Pull it again. That's what.
Where? So, do I get an apology? No, I don't.
Yeah,
191, 876-191.
I gave it to you right away.
876-191.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Oh!
Can you can read, right?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out.
This is
that
a read return,
application.
so when you
I
get
didn't
done,
shake it.
you gotta come back.
I'll come back. Next meeting, bring it back.
He's got an application.
All right, that's it. That's it. We are done with that. All right, so now we're gonna move on to unfinished business. And the unfinished business is the Christmas party. And that is where Dave's gonna come up and talk to you about the proposal. And no, Fred, this is not the one that this is not the proposal where I think you're gonna be, being all grumpy about.
I'm such a pleasant.
No comment.
He needs to.
Everybody should have the proposal on the table. I'll let Dave speak.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So I brought 3 proposals for you guys. And on each one, there's a line item of what's the total cost of it. So the bang for the buck, which you guys deserve, would be like the first one, which is the winter one.
Yeah,
This
it's
is about, okay, I'm sorry. First one is the winter one, okay? And that's where you get the turkey and the tri-tip, okay? Now, again, these services is, you can see it for yourself. It's the whole enchilada. They come in, they do their stuff, they carve, they do serve and all that, and then they break down, good to go, okay? So that's on each proposal, okay? I would like you guys, I know you guys all kind of looked at it, skimmed down it. I need you guys' input. Which one you gonna want? You want the bang for the buck? The big enchilada, the big kahuna? It's like about 35, around there, grand, 35 grand.
What's a turkey ham?
35 grand?
This turkey ham's gonna be like about around 2,000, give or take, a little over 2,000.
Is that
What is it per person?
So, and the cheapest.
3,500?
Must be 3,500.
All right, let's open it up for comments. I'm gonna give some comments. I had one of these and I wrote on it, and now I can't find it.
You lost it?
Somebody must have gave it.
This one.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm looking
He's got mine.
Yes, we found it. All right, so I was doing some figuring. When you're looking at, so if you open up to page, so you have page, it's gonna be the 4th page. This is the Winter Wonderland. This comes with, all you get is turkey. So it's turkey, dressing, etc. You can see that the 40 guest minimum, so we have to get at least 40. That's a 1,049. So you can see that that's actually cheap, and you can see for going to greater than 10 more people up to.
That's the family, or a traditional.
Yeah, this is I'll call it the minimum one. This is, you can see that each additional person is about $15 a head. But that's not, and this is gonna occur for a lot of things, that's not where they're gonna get us. Can we get rid of the beverage stuff? We can get rid of the beverage stuff, so you have the dessert, that's one thing. When you flip the page and getting into this event planning stuff, they get us on labor, gratuity, and the taxes. And so if you look, I didn't do, yeah, because I did the math on the second one. If you were go with 50 people at the total cost, oops, I hit the wrong button. Because this is what you have to get down to the bottom line. At 50 people with everything included, so that's the price for the food, the gratuity, etc., it's $55 a person.
For which one?
That's the first one, that's the Winter Wonderland. So that's $55 a person. But you have to understand that that is all encompassing. So that's the food, the gratuity, the taxes, the dessert.
Isn't that for all these?
And so, so when you go to the second one, which is, the second one is called the Traditional Holiday Fair. This is where they have tri-tip with au jus, and it's carved right here on the site. They have roast turkey, a better potato, etc. That cost is $65 per person. So that's everybody, that's, once again, all included. So you can see it goes up.
I'm mixed up, so the turkey ham is a 55.
No, so the first one was
Turkey.
Just turkey. Was just turkey. That was 55, yeah. Then 55. Then the second one with the au jus, we'll call it the tri-tip, that's 65. And then when you come here for they call it the family menu, this is where you get ham and turkey. So the first one is turkey only, the second one is au jus and turkey, the third one is turkey and baked ham. This is what we come down to is, that one is $60 a person. So you can see.
55, 60, 65.
Yeah.
I mean, round numbers.
Right.
One thing why I got with this company is John had recommended me this place, and he said it was spot on. And I talked to them, I looked at everything, and I'm impressed. So.
You're impressed with what? With a particular
I'm impressed with the overall, what they provide.
The company.
The whole company.
Oh, any one of these.
Yeah.
Just pick the one you want.
Right,
I
right.
understand.
How much do we normally sell tickets for?
25. We will
25 we were selling them for last.
25.
Yeah, but we were,
Yeah, that
the
goes
last
way
year.
back. That goes way back.
Yeah, and that goes way back. It's been $25 for many years.
Okay.
I was gonna propose us sell tickets at $30. And so that means the people come and pay $30, the base is gonna
Make up the difference.
make up the difference, which will either be $25, $30, or $35.
Right.
So,
I say
and
so.
then, and you have to also understand with that $30, that, the base is not only picking up the difference there is, we also do the door prizes, and so the base picks up that cost too, which can cost another $600 depending on what we do. So you have to understand that, we have two big events a year, our picnic and our Christmas party. And do this, last year, it was an okay meal.
Oh,
No.
Crank, I'm gonna kick
Ah,
you.
okay.
It was okay. Some people didn't like the turducken, some people did like the turducken. It's kind of hard to go back to the way it was with the pork chops because those people aren't available anymore. And all the people that served that were volunteers. So that difference of making up the $30 to $35 that the base sucks up, it was donated time. So these people come in, they set up, they serve, and then they go away. So we have to have, there's two things that have to be on the docket is, A, do we go with Becker's? And then B, if the answer is yes, which of the three that we choose, we go. And then the third will be, so so I need somebody to propose that, or make a motion on whether we go with Becker's or we find something else in the next month. So, we have a comment from,
How much, we talked about the two events, how much money did we make at the picnic? That might kind of help us understand how we slay a float.
You know, how much money we spent.
no, we do not make money on anything.
Oh, I thought we did, on the picnic.
No.
Okay, all right.
No, we do not make money on the events. We pay out money.
Okay.
And in reality, and I'm gonna steal this from a good friend of mine, Jack.
What's that?
I think it was you. You're getting the credit anyway.
Okay.
You know, the Christmas party is, you know, we're not here to make money. It's not a money-making event for us. It's for us to come together and enjoy our togetherness and celebrate the holidays. And so, us dipping into what's in the bank, that's what we need to do.
I can come up with some real quick answers for you guys. If you go with the least one, 30 people at $40, or 40 people at $30, it's gonna get you $1,200. The least cost we said was gonna be $1,049, so you already got that covered. If you go with the $2,000 one, you're looking at an $800 tab that we're gonna pick up. Or you're looking at a $1,200 tab if you go for the most expensive one. We've got $2,300 sitting in savings right now. Go figure.
23,000.
23,000 sitting in
Bang
savings.
for the buck.
So guys, enjoy yourself. Your money that you've been put in there, you might as well live it up and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, we're not recovering that money every year either.
No.
That's true.
That's
I
true.
mean, you know, you're gonna run out of money at some point in time.
Yes, especially when we have the storage unit, which is $2,000 a year, that we can't replenish. Hopefully one day we'll get with the Doug Smay money.
Organization.
Yeah, to give us something, but, get donations, yeah. All right, so can I get somebody to make a motion on,
I'd like to make a motion to go with them, but I'd like to say that spend $40 per person.
so we have, let's go one motion, one motion.
Make a motion, we go with Becker's for dinner.
So we have a motion and we have a second. Is there any further discussion that anyone wants to make on the use of Becker's for the Christmas party? We have Fred, yes.
Yes. Speaking of turkey and I'm cutting it, who gets the turkey leg?
Jesus. We'll leave it to you.
We don't, I can't answer that question.
I
don't
say
end of the
we
football
should
game.
charge more for that.
You can have the neck.
More for the turkey leg?
Have a raffle for the turkey leg.
Raffle for the turkey.
The best part of the turkey.
Yeah, John Madden turkey, that's.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out.
All right.
Of course you do.
We like that. Anyway, any further discussion on going with Becker's? Hearing no further comment, we're now going to vote. All in favor of using Becker's, wait, you were, say aye and raise your hand. Aye. All opposed, say no. All right, we do have a couple of opposed. but the ayes have it. We are going with Becker's. Now, we have the choice of, we have three choices here.
Just say-
55,
let's
60, and
go-
65.
Let's call it the tri-tip, turkey ham, and just turkey.
Right,
So which one you guys want?
turkey ham.
I think we have to decide how much we're going to charge so that we can figure out what the differential is here.
Well,
So you're gonna charge $30.
I have a little suggestion there. Before, we used to do the pork chop or the guinea hen.
Right.
So we had two choices. So, I mean, maybe we should do the ham and turkey.
That's together. I mean,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one of the
there's one
packages.
with turkey ham on
Yeah,
it.
turkey ham.
Either or.
yeah.
That way somebody has an option.
Yeah.
It comes together. Turkey.
But Jack, was talking about what are we going to charge? I don't know. It was my thought we charge $30. Let's face it, money prices have been going up. We've been charging $25 for
30 years.
For years. And to be honest, at some point, we were making money charging $25.
That was way back.
But that was many years ago. Now we are losing money, and again, the Christmas party isn't a money-making endeavor for us. We're not here to charge you and your family to come, and make money off of you. But the event is too big for us not to charge anything. And so, that's why I'm saying, I propose that we charge $30 for the ticket. Can I have somebody make a motion on charging $30?
I'm second $30.
I third
Make
that.
charging,
All right, so,
Motion second.
so we have a motion and a second for $30 to charge. Is there any discussion we would like to do on the charging of $30? Yay or nay for it? We have Chris who wants to make a comment.
I think we should go 40. I mean, when you go out to dinner nowadays, minimum
I agree
50 bucks
with you.
going anywhere.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
And we're gonna, the less money we lose every year is gonna be beneficial.
All right, so now we have somebody who would like to modify the charging.
Original.
The original proposal of $30. We want to modify it to $40, not $30. Any discussion on that issue?
If we go with the middle one with the ham and turkey, we do it at $40, it's approximately $800 out of our kitty. That's for 40 people. Now, if we have 50 people, it's gonna change a little bit. So that's what, less than
how many people
$1,000.
we have last year?
I went
We
here.
had 36. But so we need to make sure that we advertise up to Scamp Base and.
So 40 would be $800, approximately $800 out of the,
I guess
Or-
that's where
out
we
of the
go.
kitty.
Okay, all right. Wait, we have, yes, Fred,
Okay, this is out of the box now. What if we say, hey, we can allow only 40 people, but if we can't hit the 40, can we offer somebody else to come in that isn't part of the sub-vets? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The VFW?
I already invited, 4 people personally. John,
Okay.
I was gonna say, look, my Lucky Charm.
yeah, there's ways to make up those numbers that we can get people to come in,
Okay.
okay? All right,
Okay.
let's go with all who, we want to charge $40. All in favor of the ticket price being $40, raise your hand and say aye.
What?
All those all those opposed, raise your hand and say
There's no
nay.
way.
We have a nay, but the ayes have it, so we're gonna charge $40.
Somebody's gonna-
Now we have Jack's proposal that has been, a motion to use the ham and turkey dinner. Do I have a second for that motion?
I second that.
We have a second. Any discussion further that we need to make on that issue? We have a, that sucks comment. Any other comments? All right.
A reason why it sucks.
I like beef.
Oh, personal.
I like beef. That's okay. You try beef.
I'll walk over and get you Jack in the Box.
No, that's, all right.
Hamburger.
There being no further discussion, the motion is to go with the turkey ham, which is called it's called the family value menu.
Yep, there you
So it's gonna come with turkey, ham, dressing, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, green bean casserole.
All the goods.
All the goodies. All right. All in favor of using the family value menu, which is the ham and turkey, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, raise your hand and say nay. We have 2 nays, but the ayes have it. So we're gonna charge $40 and we're gonna use the family value menu.
I want my Jack and crack, Jack.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I know, I'll keep it. You're on it.
I'm on it.
All right.
And last thing was for, that was, brought up for, you tabled,
Oh, yeah, we tabled, whether we were going to, I didn't write it down on this one.
Happy meals for everybody.
Breakfast.
It's actually not on there. Yeah, we'll discuss the next one.
Hamburgers.
Let me help you out on something else. So,
Hamburgers.
all right.
thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We'll stop.
Yeah, since we're not buying wine or any kind like that, is it all right with the VFW if we bring a bottle of wine for the table?
Well, we were gonna utilize their bar.
Yeah, yes.
Can we bring our own bottle of wine, or do we have to buy it?
Corkage.
I see the rest of mixed drinks and things like that.
I'll talk to John.
Yeah, I like to check that.
We'll talk to John as an issue.
Wino?
There we go.
Absolutely.
There's a corkage. Bastard Dodgers won again.
Yes.
Huh? Can you believe this crap? I'm not
All right, so I've written that down. That's an action item. We'll ask about, the bar for the Christmas party. Thank you very much. All right, I need a volunteer, Jack, cause he's the printer, to take ticket sales. Who can take ticket sales?
By mail? I won't be here.
Well, who did it last year? Who did the tickets last year?
I printed all the tickets last year,
You
but
printed them. Can you
I don't
print them
know.
again this year?
sure, I can print tickets.
We just need somebody to take the ticket sales, because we're gonna start advertising right now to do it. Paul,
I'll do it.
Okay.
Paul will take the ticket sales.
I already
We'll
sold
buy
4
Paul's.
You already sold 4 tickets? Where the hell's that?
Leroy Bannock called me before the meeting. He says it's raining, I can't come. I need 4 tickets for the Christmas party.
Okay,
So Leroy will be here with his son and 2 ladies, he said.
all right.
I didn't ask him. As
So he's-
89 years old, I didn't ask him.
These tickets 1, 2, 3, and 4. So just start numbering them in order, and we will go from there.
Paul,
All right. That is all the unfinished business that I have.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
We're gonna move on to new business. New business is, last year, the base itself provided a $50 donation to the Western Region Roundup. We had used to have it included as a line item for budgeting purposes, but we have not done so. I don't believe it's on the budget this year, is it, Mr. Treasurer? It is not. Last year, we gave $50. I think the Western Region asked for the bases to please pony up $50 at minimum. And what you have to understand is, last year for the Western Region, which was very successful on the Queen Mary, it took the people were able to go to the Queen Mary and experience it at about 50% of what it actually would have cost, because the Western region sucked up the rest of that cost via donations. And they recognize the bases and the individuals who do the donations. So I'm proposing that we donate $50 to the Western region as a base as a whole. Do I have somebody who's willing to make that as a motion? So we have one person. Do I have a second for that?
Second.
Do we have some discussion?
When is it?
It is, so the Western region is April 15th through the 19th at Sam's Town in Las Vegas. It's really good. You gotta go WRRoundup.com and you can get all the information.
Oh, I'm never going back to Vegas.
Well, this is actually, Sam's Town is actually on the outskirts of Vegas. You gotta go past the airport and onto the outskirts, and that's where it's at.
The racetrack?
No, the racetrack is up north by Nellis Air Base.
What that does is it gets you out of the city limits.
Okay.
And they have a significant difference in pricing.
Yeah, so the average, if you stay there all 4 nights, the average with taxes minus their resort fees, like $120, $129 a night. So it's like, it's kind of cheap. It's like $79 Wednesday, Thursday night, and then it almost doubles, and that's at the hotel. The registration fee is like $65 for the Western region. There's a welcome luncheon, and then a banquet dinner. The welcome luncheon's on Thursday. The banquet dinner is on Saturday. There's a tolling of the boat ceremony. There's a movie night. The base 51 is going to choose the Submarine movie to show that night. So don't know what that is yet.
Free Willy.
But all right, so I have a motion to donate $50 out of the kitty. A second. Any further comment? All those in favor of donating $50 to the Western region, raise your hand, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, raise your hand and say aye.
There, it's already done.
All right, there were 2. The ayes have it. We're going to cut a check from the San Diego base to the Western region for $50. Now, last year I threw down the gauntlet. I'm going to throw down the gauntlet again. At the December meeting, you either bring cash, bring a check, or if you've already done so, you bring a snapshot or receipt from the charitable foundation showing that you donated to the Western region for the Western region. If the group, whatever you bring individually to donate to the Western region, I personally will match it. And there's no limit.
God, it's good to be still working.
And last year, we just did this collective thing. This year, I would rather it be a little bit different. So if you bring cash, we're gonna write it down, and your name is gonna go down as being a donator to the Western region, because they put that on their website. They put it in a flyer so that you get recognized. So I'm gonna throw down the gauntlet for the December meeting. Okay?
Okay, you're on.
All right.
You're on.
Don't you bring in $10,000. I don't have $10,000. Last year was up to $300. So I can go 1,000. I don't know if all of you can collect $1,000.
For the county, there's no
No, I work for the city.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
gonna
I
sit.
thought you were in a deficit.
Yeah, we are. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Making good bucks.
Oh. All right, last order of new business is next month's meeting, which is on Veterans Day. So to put it in perspective, some people are gonna have to go put out flags. We're gonna have to show up for the parade. Then we have to go take down flags, and then we come here for the, our meeting. So the options are, we have three options. Option one is to hold the meeting at the regular time, on the regular date. Let me, hold on. Option two would be to move the date by a week to the 18th, and then option three is to cancel it. So those are our three options. Yes, Fred?
Canceling is not an option.
No.
There we go. So we have two options. Option one, to hold it on November 11th, and option two is to move it to the 18th.
I reckon I would go to the 18th.
So we have one person who wants to go to the 18th.
I second that.
We have
No,
second.
but I do the next day.
Any discussion that is needed on moving it to the 18th?
Makes sense.
All right. All those in favor of moving it to the 18th, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Opposed. The ayes have it. We will move it to the 18th. I will make sure John knows that we're going to move it to the 18th. I'll write it here on this little,
November.
yeah, November 18th. And to be honest, those of us who go to the Navy Submarine League, they are having theirs on November 18th also. So they moved theirs to November 18th. I
They
didn't
have
do,
theirs in the afternoon, don't they?
yeah, they have theirs on the Point Loma at the lunch, yeah, at the lunchtime. So, yeah. All right, the meeting has been moved to the 18th, which is good because we need to sell Christmas tickets. All right? Anything else in new business? Ooh, this is a late meeting. Go to the order. Western Region, Las Vegas, WRRoundup.com. Go visit it, sign up. Let's go. Harry?
How many still get the Union Tribune? How many of you saw the article all about the Navy and Marines coming to San Diego? How many did you know that in 1910, the first submarines came to San Diego?
I knew that.
It was I know, you might have been on.
It was on Saturdays.
It was the San Diego, gets a brief look at the new type of submarine, a new type of vessel, this submarine. The USS Gompus and the USS Pike arrived for exercises and trials with only a barge to tend to them. Gompus actually made headlines by traveling 8 miles underwater in San Diego Bay. Wow. There's a whole lot of information. This whole paper, comes up. It's got many, many years of activity that goes on. It talks about the Marines, the Navy coming to San Diego. It was in this last Sunday's newspaper. So,
Thank you for sharing. Anyone else for good of the order? All right. Oh, I dropped my script. There being no further business, I remind you of this promise. Let no word or deed of mine cause any injury to the person or family of any member. I hereby adjourn this meeting of the United States Submarine Veterans Incorporated San Diego Base.
Surface. Surface.
sounds like a song from Peanuts. You know, the Charlie Brown. No way. That's it. Yeah, that's the beginning. Incredible. Peanuts, the theme song.
When do they open back up for the doctors? When do they open back up for the doctors? Or are they closed now? What are you saying? The cafeteria.
Excellent.